Alright, here we are. It's been a while. Original versus remake. Psycho edition. I'll go a little mad sometimes. So, yes, Psycho. How do I even start this, to be honest? Well, to be honest, this is probably the most infamous remake I've ever heard of, where it's like everybody bashes it because it's shot for shot, verbatim, the same film, shot for shot. And I'm like, oh, some other ones have done that. Honestly, I saw the Cabin Fever remake before this, I believe. I think 2016. Yeah. And that was almost shot for shot. They did change. I'll give Cabin Fever remake credit. They changed more in that than they did in this. Than that was changed in this. Because there's a couple of things, but mostly it is shot for shot. They've remade shots, but they had a little bit of things, but nothing substantial to make it anything different. And what you want with a remake is you want different. You know, take the Friday the 13th remake. It's the first 4 movies smushed together into one film. You know, basically. But it works. The Nightmare on Elm Street remake, I don't care for that one. They made some changes, but it is different. Character names, you know, some back story information, that, you know. The House of Wax remake, that is way different than the original. Has barely anything to do with it. And I'll even say the 2019 Black Christmas remake, that was way too much of a difference. They had an agenda there. Silent Night, way different than Silent Night, Deadly Night, although execution not so well. And, you know, My Bloody Valentine. They swapped the characters around there, right? So you wouldn't suspect TJ or Tom. You'd think it was Axel. It was Tom in this version, right? Spoiler alert for that, of course. But, yeah. They changed a significant enough amount to make it viable as a remake. This one does no such thing. It is verbatim, shot for shot, just in color. And I even tried to watch some of it in black and white, because I can do that with your TV and stuff. I might need to actually sit and rewatch the entire movie in black and white and see if that makes a difference. Because to me, I think it does, but I want to go this film in black and white. When I talk about that one, it was in black and white, and Hitchcock made a conscious decision to have it in black and white. He could have had it in color, but he decided black and white. He decided it would be better. The actors are different, of course, and well, I think Julianne Moore is a little bit better as Lila. She's a little more, you know, forceful. I did like Lila in the original too, so it's a little iffy. Generally the character I think I like better because of who's portraying him is Arbogast. William H. Macy plays a role, and you've seen me go on about William H. Macy. I like him, and I think he's great for this role, and I think he does. It's probably the same performance, but William H. Macy-ized, I should say. It's a little bit better. Loomis? Sam? I don't know what they were trying to do with him, or what Viggo Mortensen was trying to do with him. He comes off more of a southern drawl type thing, and I don't understand that at all. But he has this southern drawl. Oh yeah, you can get off from under her. You know what I mean? You know, this is like, but he didn't talk like that, and that's another thing. The dialogue, it's verbatim the same dialogue, the same script. People don't talk like that in 1998. They don't talk like that now, but they don't talk like that in 1998. Some of the stuff that was said, it just doesn't work. The biggest casting problem is Vince Vaughn. And Hayes is fine. But Vince Vaughn. Okay, so the one thing you want to go by for Norman Bates is in the original film when you're watching this is you want something that Anthony Perkins gave to the character, and that's a sense of innocence. You made he made you believe that he was just an innocent man trying to cover up his mother's misdeeds. Not with the performance that Vince Vaughn. First of all, it's Vince Vaughn. He's got that look where he's up to something, and his performance doesn't make it any better. He's trying to do Anthony Perkins, but he's got the Vince Vaughnisms in there. That he shakes his head and he kind of talks like this, and it's just like, no, it doesn't work for me. Because not for 1 second would I trust that beady little-eyed bastard over Anthony Perkins' character. And Anthony Perkins was perfect for the role because he had that. He was handpicked by Alfred Hitchcock because of his innocent look. Vince Vaughn is not that. When I first watched this, I thought he did a good job. Watching it now, no. Especially watching through this franchise and how good Anthony Perkins was in most of the movies. No, it doesn't work. Far from it. But, yeah. And there are some changes. I'll get into some of the significant changes here. The money is changed from $4,000 to $400,000 because 90s. When Arbogast is killed, I'm not sure if it was when it happens when Marion is killed, but whenever Arbogast is killed, there's some weird imagery put in there, like a cow on a road and a couple other things. It's like, what is this? The updated mother, she's not just a bun in her hair. She has a long hair down, 90s and stuff. So they updated that look of mother. So that works. More nudity in the shower scene when Marion is killed. You see a little more tit, a little more boobage, and what this this scene has become infamous for, Anne Heche's butthole. Yes, I've heard about this, you can call it a meme, I guess, for years, and I never knew what it was until I saw this movie the first time, and I was like, oh, you can see her butthole. Oh, I get it. Anne Heche's butthole. So yeah, man, the cameraman must have had a fetish. Cause it's not the entirety. You could see like booty cheek and then just tip of the butthole there, and it was like, that wasn't in the original. And another one that's most mentioned, and it completely changes the character of Norman and it's another thing that I just can't, innocence. Anthony Perkins was so good at portraying the innocent side of Norman that what they do here is the peeping scene when he removes that picture and he looks through. In the original, it was him saying a woman because, the remake, not remake, the fourth one kind of messed with that a little bit where he did say he killed 2 women before, and those are the 2 women. So maybe that does work. And I didn't think about that till now. But still don't get where they get the 7 from. Wait, the 2 women, the mother and the father, the mother and the boyfriend, Marion, and Arbogast, that's 6. I don't know where the 7th one is. As they say in the second movie, it was 7, right? I don't get 7. It was only 6. I don't know. But anyway, what are they talking about now? I forgot. Right. Yeah, so in this version, he takes down the picture and he looks at her getting undressed. And this version of Norman Bates spanks his monkey. Yep, he whacks it to her. And I remember when I first watched it, I'm like, are they... See, he didn't do that in the original. And no, he didn't. And watching through these, that completely Like, even with the fourth one, which I didn't care for at all, you could even say that, even that innocence. Because, in that, when, he got too big for his britches, as he says, he would run away from it. That innocence, that innocent feeling, he would run away from that because his mother didn't like that. And you could say in this version of him embraced it more, because there's that magazine, which I think is in the original, maybe, because it's in the fourth one, but yeah, he's banging his monkey and going at it, and it's just like, that doesn't work. But yeah, and once again, the same problems the original had are here. The exposition at the end, which was my biggest problem there, is still here. And it's even worse because they wasted an actor like Robert Forster to play the role of the psychiatrist. I don't know who the guy in the original was. I don't know if he ever did even know, but Robert Forster is a great actor. I've seen him in plenty of things, and to waste him for an expository scene that means nothing really, than to explain to the audience, this was nothing but a paycheck for Gus Van Sant, wasn't it? I'm just going to take the original script, original things, have the original shots, and do everything shot for shot. Have Danny Elfman come in to do the score and waste him on doing the same exact score as the original. It just doesn't. They even do the thing where they have the cameo from the guy who's supposed to be Hitchcock. In the original, Hitchcock was dressed in a cowboy hat. And then they have a guy that kind of looks like Hitchcock from behind. He's arguing with someone, and that someone is Gus Van Sant, so he put his own little cameo in there. But, yeah, so it's shot for shot, and it's a waste of time to watch this anyway. And I know it's kind of a waste of money on my part to buy this, but for this review series, I kind of had to. And it's no contest. When it comes down to it, the original wins every time. So yes. So what are your thoughts on this? Which one do you think is better? Are you the idiot who thinks the remake is better, or have you only seen the remake and not interested in the original? Let me know in the comments below. The Thing is another one that changed. John Carpenter's The Thing kind of completely overhauled the entire concept of that movie. That just popped in my head. But yeah, so thank you for watching. I'm Scotty, and I'll see you in the next one.